Yes. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Well, Ed Sheeran, donkey of the day for Wednesday, March 22nd, goes to James Craig. Who is James Craig? He's a 45-year-old dentist who was arrested on suspicion of first-degree murder Sunday, shortly after his wife died after being taken off life support. God bless her soul. That was her third trip to the hospital this month. What happened to his wife? Well, police believe that James Craig, the Colorado dentist, laced his wife's pre-workout protein shakes with arsenic and cyanide because he was trying to kill her so he could be with a woman he was having an affair with. Let's go to the news report, please.
This morning, a Colorado dentist waking up behind bars, accused of poisoning his wife and the mother of their 6 children. Police calling Angela Craig's death heinous, complex, and calculated, alleging James purchased arsenic and cyanide and secretly poisoned her protein shakes. According to the arrest warrant, after multiple recent hospital visits, Angela again checked into a hospital Wednesday morning, complaining of a severe headache and dizziness. Around 2 p.m., she had a seizure, her condition rapidly declining. Doctors moving her to the ICU, where she was put on life support before passing away Saturday. Police zeroing in on her husband, according to the warrant, after his co-worker told a nurse that James had ordered potassium cyanide to the office, adding there was no medical reason or purpose to make such an order. Police also believe that James was having an affair, even flying a woman out to see him while his wife was dying in the hospital. Family members telling authorities this is not the first time James had tried to poison his wife. And the week before her death, she texted him that her head felt funny and dizzy, then said, "I feel drugged." James replying, "Given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you."
Lord have mercy. Thank you to ABC News for that report. What a coward James is. We live in a world with so many different forms of communication. We can FaceTime and Zoom with people on another continent. We can speak daily via social media to people in other time zones. But with all this means of communication, for some strange reason, it's gotten harder for people to actually communicate. Folks don't know how to communicate anymore, okay? This woman would still be alive and this man would not be arrested for first-degree murder if this man just simply knew how to communicate. Just tell your woman you don't want to be with her anymore, okay? Or tell her you want to be in a Polynesian sauce relationship, okay? A little communication goes a long way. All right, this applies to all things. If you're busy, say it. If you're upset, express it. If you're running late, let people know. Don't make up dumbass excuses, lies no one believes, because now we can't trust you and now we think you're a liar. Okay, if you don't want to do something, be straightforward and say you don't want to do it. If you're unsure, ask. All right, if you don't want to be with someone anymore, just tell them. All right, it's so simple, but for whatever reason, the hardest thing for people to do is communicate. All right. Now, this is what I don't understand, but it's another one of these things that is happening in this strange internet era. People Googling the crimes they want to commit. Like, it's hilarious to me when I see police say evidence gathered by investigators and all the evidence is said criminal incriminating themselves via social media. Like, when I was coming up in the 1900s, you had Crime Stoppers. Remember Crime Stoppers?
I do.
Remember McGruff the crime dog? He'd take a bite out of crime. Those were entities created because they wanted to create a sense of community where people looked out for each other, okay? Basically, if you see something, say something. That, too, was a national campaign, by the way. The point is, they used to have these campaigns to encourage people to talk. Nowadays, you don't need that. You don't need that because folks is telling on each other with these things called laptops and smartphones, okay? Because James Craig was Googling questions like, is arsenic detectable in an autopsy? Investigators believe James put arsenic in one of the protein shakes he made for his wife. He also had a rush shipment of potassium cyanide and another substance, I think it's pronounced Olandrin. He ordered the Olandrin, but that was intercepted by authorities after they began investigating him, man. Let me tell you something. If you can spend all that money on those products, spend all that time and energy creating this diabolical plan to kill your wife, then you can spend that same money, time, and energy on a marriage counselor, a therapist, some type of third party that can communicate for you what you are too much of a coward to communicate to her, and that is clearly that you just didn't want to be with her anymore. People like this I will never understand, okay? This man didn't lose his wife because he started cheating. No. He lost his wife because he stopped communicating. All right, you don't have to cheat to lose someone. You can lose someone from a lack of communication. I say it again. This woman is dead and this man is in prison because he was too afraid to communicate. Just tell her you want to move on, bruh. All right, tell her things are not working anymore. All right, you might have lost some money in a divorce. You might have gotten half, but that is better than her being deceased and you spending the rest of your life in prison. You should have been Googling ways to divorce your wife peacefully. Okay, trust me, after I read this story this morning, I Googled that because I'm like, that's gotta be an option. You don't go straight to murder, do you? So if they ever go through my computer and see that in my search history, how to divorce your wife peacefully, trust me, I was doing research for this story.
Jesus.
Okay? All right, just want to put that out there.
Okay.
All right, and it's a bunch of them. All right, they have 10 tips for a peaceful divorce, even from a narcissistic spouse. They have 7 ways to divorce as peacefully as possible, 10 peaceful ways to divorce with dignity. There is a bunch of them. All right, the moral of the story today for this donkey is communicate, communicate, communicate. All right, when you lose communication, you lose everything. Simple as that. Without communication, there's no relationship. Without respect, there is no love. Without trust, there is no reason to continue. Please give James Craig the biggest hee-haw. My God.
And I just want to tell people out there, even if you clear your Safari history or your Chrome history, they can still pull it back up. Don't think when you erase that it's gone forever and I made it over. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Once they take that laptop, they can go back to your history.
I think laptops should be treated like rap lyrics.
What you mean?
Meaning, sometimes we Google search things just because we can. Like, we might be in here having a conversation about something crazy, so we Google search it. So sometimes your Google search history can look nuts. But treat it like rap lyrics, meaning that if you're rapping about a crime and then you actually go commit that crime, then your laptop history can be, used in the court of law. But sometimes we just be in here Google searching crazy ass stuff.
Let me see, pass me your laptop.
Go ahead.
I want to see what you Google.
Here, I have no problem doing that. It's going to be some crazy stuff because I do Donkey Today every day. But
All right, we'll do it when we come back, all right?
You don't even know how to do that.
I do.
I don't. Show me.
I'm not showing you.
Donkey Today is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.